Hey, how's it going everyone? I'm DCSG81 and welcome to another toy review. If this is your first time watching my video, welcome to my channel. This is where you'll find me doing reviews for action figures, custom heads and accessories, as well as some comparison and all sort of fun stuff. So I hope you will subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button so that you don't miss out any of my latest review. Okay, so this is it. This is the final piece of the Avengers EndGame, which was released in the month of May, which was last month. And this month there will be another two coming out, which is the Iron Spider as well as the Captain Marvel. Okay, and then I think they will be quiet for a while. Let's hope that. As you can see, this time instead of a bubble wrap, it has a paper wrap. Okay, and I have not open it up yet because like the Mark 85, I'm pretty worried. But actually out of the three, Captain America is the one that I have least worry about, because the pictures that I have seen so far is not looking too bad. Okay, yeah, so the worst one is over, which is Pepper Potts. So let's open it up and have a look. Okay, so like the Mark 85, I'll give you guys the privilege of looking at it for the first time, and then it will be my turn. Okay, so I hope you will tell me whether is it looking good or bad. Okay. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Yep. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the box. This is the exact same box design as the Mark 85, which I have just reviewed. Looking very good here. I actually like this design a lot more compared to the white box. Yep, so we can see there's a very cool looking Captain America here with his dirty face and the injured one, which I really hope that they could do the same to the head sculpt for this figure, but unfortunately it's not. Okay, and then again, oh, this time it doesn't have that Japanese sticker here. And this is the Tamashii Nation quality. Okay, and then from here you can see the very nice Captain America, the Final Battle Editions fonts, which I really like. It makes the whole thing looks very premium. Okay, and at the side here you can see a very cool pictures of Captain America. Yep, and then from the side here, like I mentioned yesterday, it's like a arts that you can combine together. If you don't intend to open it up, it will be looking very cool on your cabinet. Okay, so I will show you why is it so you can see it's actually a combined images. Okay, of course the Pepper Pot is not part of it. Okay, the next one here should be the Iron Spider, because we can already see his tentacles over here. And I'm not sure whether the Captain Marvel will be on this side or the one after the Iron Spider. Okay, so we shall see about that. Yep, it's looking very cool. If you don't intend to throw your box or you don't intend to open your figure, you can just put it like this, sideways on your cabinets. Okay, so at the back of the box we can see all the cool poses of the figure. Okay, so I believe this is not the Japan version, because I'm getting this sticker here. As we can see, this is the Asia versions of the figure with all the Bandai Asia. Okay, so the one that I have for the Mark 85 as well as Pepper Pot, which have this sticker here, which means that is from Japan. Okay, and as you can see, there's no such sticker for the Japan versions. Okay, so this is an Asian version for the Captain America, which I've gotten. Okay, so you can see there are a lot of cool poses that you can see from the pre-order and the face. Okay, so it's not too bad, I believe so. I've not take a closer look. Well, let's do it now. Yes, I think it's not so bad after all, but we'll take a closer looks later. Okay, so let's get him open. Okay, so this is Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, right out of the box. Let's take a closer look. Okay, I'm feeling relief because the head sculpt is really good for the Steve Rogers, which is my least worries, and I'm right because from all the pictures I've seen so far, he's the one that is not looking too bad. And as I expected, right on my hand, he looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, yeah, because the other two I was feeling quite bad, but when I have it on my hand, it looks good. So this one I feel that it's not so bad, so it should be a lot better. And I'm right, it's actually a lot better. He's looking very handsome. In fact, I think he's looking too handsome. Okay, so Steve Rogers likeness, yes, I think there is some. Okay, not too bad. So do leave me a comment and let me know what do you think about this head, because I think he's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, wow, okay, very nice. And let's take a look at the eyes. Yes, the eyes are painted well. Okay, there's no cross eye, no crazy eyes. Yeah, so it's looking pretty good. Okay, and for the skin tone, again, I think is as like the pictures, the neck skin tone doesn't match the face, so it's not too bad. I mean, if you are those that doesn't really care about it, I think it's okay. Yep, so it's pretty obvious, but I think it's not a deal breaker. Okay, so as for the body, is exactly the same as the one that we have, which is the Endgame Captain America. It's just that instead of like the Mark 85, they use some darker paint to weather it. This one, I think they actually bleach it, okay, to make it looks like you know, some white paints to weather it, or they are actually bleaching it to make it looks white. Okay, but nevertheless, it looks very good because Captain America is not like Iron Man. He doesn't have, you know, breakage in order to look better damage. I'm not sure if in the movie he have any like torn places on his uniform.
No, give me that. You have the little one. No, give me that. You have the little one.
I don't think so, right? So this is as good as you can get, a battle damage one. So I can call this a battle damage. Yeah. Okay. Except for the head, of course, because the head is too clean. Okay, so let's take a closer look. Sorry about that. Yes, looking very nice. If you have the Endgame version, it's pretty much like it. Yeah, just that, you know, they actually do some, not some, I mean the whole figure, they are weathering it, or they actually bleach it. Looking very nice. Okay, yep, very similar to the previous versions. Okay, so let's move on to some articulations. Okay, so for the articulation, I believe it will be the same like the previous Captain America, but nevertheless, I will go through again. Okay, so for the head, of course, you can move it any way you want. Looking down, this much. Looking up, yep, pretty much. And it's a separate piece between the head and the neck. Okay, so you can move pretty much everywhere. Yep, no problem there. Okay, looking side. Yep, not bad at all. Okay, so for the arms, yep, there's some pull down mechanism that you can actually have a lot more range of articulations. Okay, can 360 degrees turn, and again, there is no bicep swivel. That's a bummer. Let me see again. Yeah, so there's no bicep swivel whatsoever. I believe the previous one is the same. Okay, butterfly joint, of course, you can see that. Yep, this piece here, very well hidden. Okay, and then we have the double joint elbow, which again, like the Mark 85, you can actually have a V sign, which is very good. Okay, of course the hand can move around. Okay, pretty much. And then there's two articulations on the chest area. This is below the diaphragm. They can actually move around quite a lot. Okay, and let's take a look at the bend forwards. This much. Okay, and then bending backwards, this much, pretty good. Okay, and the waist area, of course, you can turn it, but not very much. Yep, not very much. Okay, you have to rely on this turn, okay, in order for him to turn more to the sideways. Okay, as for the legs, I believe there will be, yep, pull down mechanism, just like the hands, and he can kick a lot more than 90 degrees. Okay, kicking back, I believe just a slight one because of his American ass.
That is America's ass.
Okay, and then we have the double joint knee. Okay, just like the hands. Okay, and his leg have a lot of movement here. Okay, and there's a toe hinge as well. Okay, So let's see how well he can do a split. Yep, much better than the Mark 85. Okay, but it's not a perfect split. Okay, so pretty standard. I believe there's nothing new here. Okay, and they don't fix the bicep shrivels. Okay, and the legs doesn't have any shrivel as well. There's no tight shrivels. Yep, pretty much the same as the previous Captain America. Okay, yep, so let's move on to his accessories. Okay, so like the Mark 85, this Captain America also comes with quite a number of accessories. Okay, so let's go through the hands first as always. So we have the closed fist hands that is already on the figure. Okay, and then we have a pair of relaxed hands. Okay, looking pretty good there. And a pair of hands for holding the shield. Okay, with the strap on it. Okay, very nicely done. And then a pair of hands for throwing the shield, which have a peg on it that you can see right over here. Okay, this one is for him to throw the shields. And also finally a pair of hands for holding the Mjolnir. Okay, so far they I think a lot of you has been waiting for this hand to hold the Mjolnir. Okay, so finally they have it now. Okay, so let's go to some of the bands. This is what they call the bands for the shield, of course. It looks very similar, but in fact the pegs are different. Okay, one is having a closer pegs and one of it is having a wider pegs, as you can see right now. Okay, it's meant for the shield, of course, and then this one of course is for you to go through his arm when he's holding the shield. Okay, and this piece here is for you to actually put the shield behind the Captain America. Okay, there's a peg hole here that you can take out, this piece here, this very tiny piece, and then you just put it, this part here, just put it in, and then the shield you can just put behind him. Okay, this one can also be used for the effects. If you want to take photograph of him throwing the shield, you can also put it this way. I'll show it later. Okay, and this hole here is for you to actually connect to the Tamashii Nation stand. Of course, I will show you later how you can do that. Okay, so since we are talking about the shield, we have two shields now. Okay, one, of course, this is the one that we all has been waiting for. And of course, both of them are actually weathered to make it looks very battle damage. Okay, and at the back here is basically the same. Okay, there's no Peggy Carter picture this time. Okay, so it looks very good, and in fact you can see there's some thickness here to make it looks like it's really made of vibranium. Is it vibranium? Okay. Yep, so looking very good, I would say. I kind of like it. I'm not sure whether the crack is actually movie accurate. I know some of you are actually expert on this. When they see the crack is not correct, then they know it immediately whether it's movie accurate or not. So I'm not that detailed kind of person, so I don't really care so long it looks good. Okay, yeah, the next one we'll take a look at the Mjolnir, which looks pretty good. Yep, and it's a very light one. Okay, and then the strap is actually molded, so it's very hard. It's not a soft one. Okay, and then yep, looks very detailed as always. You can see all the Asgardian printing on it. Very wow, this is quite detailed. Okay, very nice and very light. Okay, and yep, I remember that I said in my previous video about why are they having two effects, because this is the way how they put it in the packaging. So I was thinking, why was that? Okay, so it's actually meant for both sides of the Mjolnir. Okay, I'll show you how to put it on later. Okay, and of course the unmistakable Thor lightning effects, which is very good. I believe this is one of the selling point for this figure. I think a lot of you actually are very interested for this one. It looks very good. Okay, you can see they are painting this part, the lower portion, to be a dark blue, and then as it go up it actually turns into translucent, which is very nice. Okay, wow, this is a great piece. And of course, how can we miss the mask head of Captain America? Yep, this one I think is almost the same as the one that we always get. Okay, nothing difference there. And the next one is, I believe a lot of you actually wanted it, but it looks kind of odd because it just seems like he's showing his teeth. Okay, yeah, there's no angle. Yeah, maybe some, if you tilt the head in this angle, he looks pretty pissed off. But if you look like this, he looks like he's actually advertising for some toothpaste. Okay. Yeah, but it's a good head nevertheless. Okay, it's not just by playing with the eyes like always. This time they actually changed the expressions, so I shouldn't complain so much. Okay, and it's a bummer things that I would like to mention again, that I think they actually missed the shot this time, because they make such a great head and yet they forgot to do the battle damage on the head, because the body is looking so good, and once you connect it with a clean face, it just doesn't look very right. Okay, yeah, so it's a bummer that they actually make such a great head but they just forgot to make it dirty, just like the package here that we can see. So even with this expressionless face, they just need to make the face dirty like this one, and then it will look extremely good, I would say. Yeah, but of course, if you are a customizer, I think this is an easy task for you. Okay, and for the next session, I would like to show you how to put on some of these effects and also play around with some of these accessories. And of course, we can't miss out this instruction manual that it comes with, and this time I think you really have to refer to it, because I think there's a lot of instruction over here, especially with the effect parts, and even for the shield. Okay, there's a lot of things that you need to follow. Okay, so this is a very important piece of paper now. Okay, yep, so I'll be showing you some of it. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the simplest one, which is to interchange the head. Okay, very simple. You just need to remove the whole thing together with the neck, same like the Tony Stark. Okay, and this time they do give an extra neck for the mask head. Okay, so just put it in just like this, and it's very tight. Okay, yeah, so you can hear the clicking sound, and I would like to see what's the difference between both of the neck. Okay, I mean, why do they have to give two? Okay, yes, I think I know why. Because you can see from this one, for the mask head, you can see the hair and the mask together, while this one is just purely the hair, so they can't reuse the same neck. Okay, another level of details there by Tamashii Nation. Okay, very thoughtful about that. Okay, so this is how it looks like with his mask on. And again, I just wish they actually make his face a little dirty to match the overall costume. Okay, yep, it's not a deal breaker though, but I just wish it to be a little bit more perfect, maybe. Okay, and then if you would like to interchange the head, of course you have to use back the same neck. Okay, for the mask head. Okay, this is what I meant, why they have to give another neck. Okay, it's because of the hair and also the part of the mask. Okay, and this is how he looks like. Okay, I'd like to take back my words. He just seems pissed. Okay, yeah, pissed as in P-I-S-S-E-D, not P-E-A-C-E. Okay, yeah, I kind of like it though. It looks very angry. Okay, yeah. Okay, so for the next one, maybe we will try with the shield. I would like to show you how to play with it, of course. Let's try it. Okay, so we'll use the left hand. Okay, this is the left hand, and before that, you just have to put this one. This is my way of doing it. Okay, of course, if you have a different way which you are more comfortable with, yeah, go ahead with that. Okay, so as you can see, I mentioned before, there's the strap, the band, they call it the band, actually have two different distance for the pegs. This is the wider one and this is the, you know, the shorter one. Okay, so which one is for which? Okay, so this one is for the shorter distance, if I'm not wrong. Yep, yes. Okay, so it matches like this, and then this one just go in. So this is how it looks like. Okay, just a normal holding on to it. Okay, yeah, looking very good there. We'll move on with the throwing shield. Okay, we use back the same left hand. Okay, so just put on the hands with the pegs. Okay, this one. Yikes, it's pretty tight there. Okay, and then we will have to use the transparent one, which is this one. Okay, and this hole here is supposed to go into here. Okay, you can see there's a shape of the peg which is something like an L shape. So there's also an L shape over here. So you just need to put it on, okay, like this. And then very easily you can just connect it to the shorter one, of course. See, the shorter distance one. The hand have to go inside. Okay, like this. Yeah, something like this. Yes, okay. So this way it looks like he's throwing the shield. Sorry about that. Okay, something like this. You just have to play around with the way on how you want to take your photography. Yeah, it's exactly like he's throwing the shield. Okay. And of course, like I mentioned just now, you can also have him to make the shield like he's flying off. Okay, by using this piece here. Okay, so again, let's take a look. Yes, okay, and then you just put in the Tamashii Nation's stance into this hole and it will look like it's flying off. Okay, so I have a Tamashii Nation stand here. Okay, let's try it now. Okay, yep, so just like this. Okay, so it looks like the shield is actually floating. Okay, very good idea there. And for the next portion, I would like to show you how to put on the shield on his back. Okay, we'll have to take out this very tiny piece here. Okay, let's see. Because I don't have the fingernail, I'll just have to use this. Okay, sorry about that guys. I have tried several ways to remove the pegs, but it seems to be stuck inside. It's too tight, which I can't remove. But the idea is very simple. Once you remove it, of course, you just put on this portion here, right into it, and then it will look something like this. Okay, so for the next one, we'll take a look at the Mjolnir as well as all these lightning effects, how to put it on. Okay, so just remember when you try to do it, your Mjolnir have to be facing this way. And how do you tell? This piece of strap should be facing to your right. Okay, so this is how it looks like. And then there are some instruction, of course. This is called the A piece, and this is called the B piece, and this is called the C piece. Okay, so the difference between the B and C is that the B is the shorter one and the C is the longer one, as in the effects. Okay, this is how you differentiate them. And you will have to put in A, okay, the long one, B, the short one, and C is the longer one. Okay, and after you put them on, you have to connect some of these pieces to the big piece A. Okay, yeah, so it sounds complicated. I'll show it to you guys. So try to remove the side first, which is these two sides. Oh, I'm so regretting cutting my fingernails. Okay, yeah, okay, so we have removed it. Okay, I'll put it aside, and this way. Okay. Okay, so this is for B, which is the short one. This one facing up, of course. Okay, B, and this is for C. Again, is facing up. Yep, so it's supposed to look like this. And you have to take out this piece as well. Okay. And there is some shapes there that you can see right now. It's like a D shapes, okay, like a D shapes. So of course there will be shapes here as well, like a D shapes. Okay, and then you just put it straight in. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, and then this is it, and you will have to put on the you can see some holes here, and there are holes here as well, so you just have to connect it to make it looks like it's a single lightning piece. Okay, so once you're done, it should look something like this. Okay, very nice. Of course it's long as well. Wow. Okay, and it does have some weight though, so I'm not sure how well is he going to hold it sideways. Let's give a try now. Okay, so I put on the grabbing hands for the Mjolnir. Okay, and then to let him hold it, you have to remove this portion. Okay, and then just go through with it. Yeah, like this. Okay, then you just put it back. Okay, yeah. So let's see if you can do the pose where he's holding it sideways, and as I expected, it's rather hard because it does have some weight, and I believe the hands will actually move down eventually after a while. Oh, I was wrong. He can actually hold it. Okay, not bad. Okay, very good. I was expecting the hands to eventually go down because of the weight, but it did not. Okay, so it's a nice job again, Bandai. Okay, so for the size comparison, let's compare him with some SH Figuarts, of course, and this is the Avengers EndGame Captain America. Yep, the previous batch, the clean one, and also we have the Mark 85 from the EndGame as well. This is the clean versions. And right up next we have the Black Widow from the Avengers EndGame, as well as the Fat Thor, which is also from the Avengers EndGame. And next we have some big boys here. I have the SH Figuarts, the Thanos from the Avengers EndGame. Okay, and also the Infinity War Hulk, which is also from the SH Figuarts. And next I will have the same batch of figure that come out together, which is the Rescue Armor, okay, as well as the Endgame Final Battle Mark 85. And right up next we have some Marvel Legends, which is the Woody Cap, which is also a Walmart exclusive, and also the man himself, Mr. Stan Lee, okay, which is also from Marvel Legends. And lastly, we will take a look at some Mayfax. I have the Infinity War Iron Spider, okay, and also the latest Infinity War Thor, which is everyone's favorite, I guess. Okay, so my final verdict for this Final Battle Endgame Captain America, I'm going to give him a 9.5 out of 10 because everything about him seems to be close to perfections, because just take a look at the heads. The bodies, I think is very well done. Okay, the Arma's head is good. Okay, the best among the three. The heads is expressions. At first I thought it's a little goofy, but as I look at it more, it does looks very good. Okay, yeah, I know some of you actually wanted an open mouth, you know, the open mouth kind of expression, but I think this is good enough. Okay, besides, we already have an open mouth Captain America from the previous Age of Ultron Captain America. Yep, so this is something new. At least they don't play with the eye direction this time. Okay, yep, so the body weathering is great. I love it. Okay, the accessories are good. The effects great. Okay, so I think there's nothing much we can ask for. Okay, it's pretty much there already for this Captain America. The only thing that stopped me from giving him a perfect 10 is that the face, they actually make it too clean. Okay, they should have made some weathering on the face as well to make him look dirty. I don't mind this head being clean though. Okay, this is fine, but the mask head one, it should be dirty, at least just one of the head. I would prefer this one, the angry one, to be dirty. Yeah, the other one can be clean, I'm fine. At least one of the head should be the battle damage dirty kind of look. Okay, so this is why I'm deducting a 0.5 points. Actually, he's kind of close to Mark 85. I mean the good things about both of them are almost the same. I'm giving him an extra 0.5 because I feel that his head actually looks much better than the Tony Stark. Okay, so for those of you who are still on the edge whether you want to get this or not, I would say this is a rather good Captain America. It's like the finale for this Captain America. As we know, Chris Evans has left the MCU. Yeah, there are some rumors that say he'll be back, but I think it's just something like a cameo for the Black Widow's movie, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but I don't think there will be a a Captain America Part 4 with Chris Evans in it. So yeah, so this is pretty much the final figure. I think it's a good one. So I hope you like my review for this Captain America. Do give me a thumbs up if you like it, and of course always leave me any comments below if you have any further questions about this guy here, or if you have any further requests that you would like to see with him. I know you want to see some comparison, I know you want to see some head swapping. That will come later, I promise. Okay, and before you leave, of course, I hope you will check out my playlist right on top of there, and also do browse around my channel. I have over 400 videos by now, and I'm pretty sure there will be something that will catch your attention, and I'll see you in those videos. Bye.